Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's very pale coloured, glazed, with a corner on it. But it does seem to be curved, so it can't have worn because this is a glaze. This is very narrow. At first, I thought perhaps it was a glazed brick because this, with a hole in the middle. Although glazed bricks like this one don't have holes. There's more modern bricks that have holes in. Only a very small hole and a very thick piece. I'm not sure if that isn't, whether that's a snap or whether that's the actual base there. Beck is absolutely full of pottery and stuff, obviously from a long while of people being here, although there's no evidence they go back to Stone Age times or Roman times. Nobody's ever found anything like that, and I think the one piece that has been found on an estate was amongst relatively modern houses. It would be in the 40s or maybe the 50s, but still fairly modern. And I think more likely, since they only ever found one, something like a Saxon arrowhead, but don't quote me. And I think it probably came in with the new soil, if they brought in new soil like they do now for the gardens, because there's never been anything else. Okay, well, I've found one of these. Look, there's a hole, groove there and a hole through there, and then if you flip it over, look, like that, there's a groove there and a hole at the opposite end. Now these I keep finding. This is not the first one I've found like of this design. And I do believe it's got something either to do with wire or electrics. I can't remember whether it's a wire thing and it connects two pieces of wire, or whether it somehow helps with some sort of electrical, because they've got ceramics and electricals way back. And of course there's farms around here, so I have something called wire, so you can tension it round here and you can then have one round there and you can put two pieces together and it will hold it, is useful. There's a memory stirring about, I think I've found out what they are before, and of course now when I want to bring that to mind I've forgotten. I just need to catch up with my my assistant, who you might be able to see, you might not be able to see if it's on, disappearing into the distance there. Okay, let's start with the this component, which seems to be made of pot. We can put it on our ruler here. Yes, it's upside down because of the way it's having to be positioned. Well, you can see it's not very big. It's apparently an electrical isolator. Seems to be made of pot. So I have no idea how old it is, but if it's electrical it can't be that. Can't be that old. It looks like you've got something coming in here, so if you like going like that, and then something else going like that. This is not going to be easy to demonstrate. So one coming in like this through the hole, grasping it like that, and then one coming in like that. Now what that actually does, I don't know whether you've got a wire that is sort of like tensioning two pieces of actual electrical wire, or whether it's separated. Well, it would be isolating if you've got one here and you want to link them, but you don't want to link them like that. You can link them like that, or at least coming in there, so across it, and then like that, across it, then it's going in the other way. So anyway, that's what that is. It's an isolator. Age unknown. Okay, the other one is a bit more of a puzzle. Here we go. It's on there now. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. This looks very flat, even for a break. That looks like a base, and it does actually stand up. Yep. So I knock it over. Some glaze or wear there. This is a handle. Is this a defect or is it shaped? It's broke there, it's broke there. Now, if it's a handle, it's a very odd one. You can see it's curved here, and flat there. It's a bit like a corner off a glazed brick, except if it was a corner off a glazed brick, that bit would be flat, and this bit might have a bit of a curve on it. But it curves actually back in. It doesn't curve to a straight line and then curve out. It curves inwards to a thing, to a point. However, if this is a base, this is glazed, then I have no idea what this is supposed to be. It can't be a pot, because if that is the base, it would presumably pour out through the bottom. It would be a very thin based vessel. It's a very unusual shape. Oh, dropped it. It's a yellowy sort of browny colour. You couldn't put water in it. Unless it is just a corner of a glazed brick. I don't know what the hole is, because old bricks don't tend to have holes through. That's more modern bricks. So this one's a bit of a mystery. I have no idea how old this is. I would say it's this could, well, I was going to say probably Victorian or Edwardian, but actually it could go back to I suppose even the 1940s, 1920s, any of those, 1950s. But its purpose, it's a very thick piece. I mean, this could be a defect in whatever it was, but even so, this bit is not. It doesn't have room for any sort of base, so I have no idea what this actually is. So if anybody knows what this possibly was once it went in its complete form, it might be interesting to know. Both of these came out of the Shibden Brook, so neither had anything living on them, by the way. So, well, it looks like it might have had a bit of algae if we're being strictly literal, but no insects or other life forms. So we were speculating about this earlier. Now, could it be that it's a piece that sticks out? No, somewhat somewhat like that. Alright, so this is the top part here, and it protrudes out, and this bit here therefore would be like a bit to stop the water running back, so it acts like a drip bit on. That's very steep, isn't it? There, that would be the top actually. There we are. Now if that sticks out, this would end up being like a bit that it drips off, and this would go back into the into whatever it is that it goes to. Just a bit of a speculation, I don't know. It just came to me. I mean, it's a possibility, isn't it? Clearly fascinated.